It's my first official game of my sophomore season. I sat out week 1 to take care of a minor injury I suffered in practice, but the first chance I got here on 3rd and 14 to reintroduce myself as the #1 corner, I get my first interception of the season. And honestly, I hate that I couldn't play week 1. When your best player is forced to sit out against the number 8 ranked team in the nation, of course you're not going to play to your full potential. We took an L and we dropped from number 14 to 19 in the country. It's 1st and 10. My zone is the flats. I'm doing everything I can to get some depth, baited up a little bit, and this tight end does exactly what I want him to do. I come downhill full speed, secure the pick, and of course I take it all the way back to the crib for my first pick 6 of the year. A 3-score lead just in the first half, absolutely destroying FCS Southeast. And here on 2nd and 13, I get back in position, bait up this route, come downhill, get my 3rd pick of the half, and I take it to the crib for my 2nd pick 6. 3 total picks on the day, 2 pick 6s. Last season, my hands were so trash, I would have dropped at least 2 of them, if not all 3. But this year, my hands are on point, and so are my skills in man and zone coverage. It's 1st and 10 here against Oregon State. I got a deep zone, and I notice I have a severe size advantage over the receiver on my side of the field, so I'm going to give him a little more space than usual. And of course, with a deep ball this far upfield, it's going to be underthrown. I secure my first pick of the game. Let's go. Last year as a freshman, I hated playing zone coverage, but with all the work I put in and overall just adjusting to the way we play defense, I mastered playing zone coverage, and it shows, picking up my 2nd pick of the game. It's early in the 3rd quarter, and we already have a 3-score lead over a really good Oregon State team on the road. I think it's safe to say both sides of the ball came to play today. We get up out of here with the easy win today on the road, and you can count it 2 consecutive games with multiple picks. We starting off the year hot. Now remember, I had 10 total picks on the season all of last year, and through 2 games this season, I already have half of that. And if I keep up with this momentum, I know for a fact I'll be breaking some records soon. First possession of the game here against Arizona at the crib, and we in man coverage. I love this, giving this receiver some cushion, the quarterback the look he wanted. The ball got here way faster than I thought. I do secure the tackle, but I miss out on the potential pick 6. This year, I'm trying to establish myself as the leader of this defense, not only by catching picks and being a lockdown corner, but making those tough plays, shedding blocks, getting down, making tackles, all of the above. It's early in the 1st quarter, but I'm already starting to pick up on some tendencies from these receivers. The routes they love to run, these quick and short comebacks. It's like I'm close enough to get the pick, but the ball is getting there so quickly. We're down 17-0 midway through the 3rd quarter. Here on 1st and 10, we desperately need a big play. And who better to call on than the soon-to-be potential #1 defensive player in all of college football? They tried me deep, and I pick it off. And like I said, in no time, we'll be breaking records. With my 6th pick on the season, I break the school record for the most picks in a career just here in my sophomore season. Defensively, I understand we've given up 17 points, but we're not getting completely blown out. We're going into the 4th quarter, and it just seems like our offense just cannot compete today. We take a L at home against a team that had no wins under their belt. I had 9 tackles, I was all over the field, and I had a big-time pick that didn't result in a touchdown, which is just crazy. Offense had great field positioning. Hands down, one of our biggest matchups of the season. 2 Cali teams. We got USC on the road, and first play, they bomb me deep up the sideline, but I make up for the screw up with a forced fumble, and we recover. One thing that I was reminded consistently of from my coaches throughout the preparation for this game is that USC will try us deep, but consistently, they're going to try us underneath with these quick routes and quick plays. Neither one of our offenses have yet to touch the end zone. We're nearly halfway through the 3rd quarter. It's been a straight up defensive battle. We have to get a stop down here in the red zone, and with 3 receivers lined up on my side of the field, I know the ball is coming my way. I give this receiver some space, bait up this route. I get my first pick of the game, a big time pick, and somehow I get clipped with no call. Plays like this is prime example why zone coverage is not for the weak. I got a receiver on my side of the field. He's taken care of, but a guy coming from the opposite side of the field, I have to pick him up. He's now my responsibility. You can give up a big play and not even know it. I got the flats, and I got a feeling they're about to run that wide receiver screen. I get in position, I get the pick, and I take this one back. 90 yards for the pick 6. Untouched to secure the win against the Trojans on the road. I gotta say, as a defense, we showed up, came to play. Our offense has been stagnant, pretty much irrelevant these last couple of games. But 2 picks, 5 tackles, and a forced fumble on the day, I showed up, showed out when my team needed me the most. Rivalry game this week against UCLA, another Cali team matchup, and after an uneventful 1st quarter, I finally get some action and I punish Keegan Jones. So far today, to my surprise, UCLA has been putting the ball on the ground a lot more than usual, but I love it though. It gave me a lot of opportunity to come down and get some tackles, something that I usually don't do. It's 3rd and 8, and they desperately need a 1st down. I get back in my zone, I sit and wait patiently. The second I see this receiver plant that foot, I get over towards the sideline, get in position, and secure the first pick of the game. And catching picks like that is prime example while watching film and studying your opponents is very important. I knew he wasn't running a go route or anything other than that out route towards the sideline. And all I had to do was get over there and make the play on the ball. I don't know what it is about our offense, but they continue to turn the ball over, giving UCLA the perfect field positioning. But to be at home and not have any points on the board is just outrageous. My defense, we continue to show up every single game. I don't think we've allowed more than 20 points yet this season, but our offense moving forward, I'm gonna have to get them a piece of my mind. We got to step up and execute, or we gonna lose out the rest of the season playing like this. After going scoreless last week, our offense comes in here to Iowa and put up a touchdown in the first quarter. You love to see it. So far this season, I haven't seen much of this, but this formation caught my eye. I know it's a screen. If I had taken off a second earlier instead of a tackle for loss, this would have been a pick six. We're up 2 scores just in the first half, and I already have 2 TFLs on the day, but this receiver did a terrible, pathetic job trying to block me, and I pick up my 3rd. It's 1st and 10. I'm getting back in my zone, and I'm surprised at how slow this Iowa receiver is getting up the field. I didn't even have to leave my back pedal to secure this pick number 1 of the day. It's 3rd and 2. We're headed into the 4th quarter, and to my surprise, they don't run the ball here. They actually put it in the air. I get back in my zone, and I secure my 2nd pick of the game, barely having to leave my back pedal yet again. These receivers are dirt slow. This is easily my most dominant performance as a corner so far this season, getting picks, tackles for loss, and here on 1st and 10, I get back in my zone, sit patiently, and instead of going for the pick, I little boy this receiver and put that ball down in the turf. Our offense is finally starting to show up. They have a touchdown here in the first quarter against Colorado, and I'm going to kick this one off coming down full speed, getting the tackle for a 0-yard gain. No opportunity to make a play on the ball is coming my way because I'm going to give the quarterback the perfect look every time. I give this receiver so much cushion, get down, but he snatches the ball as I go for a diving one-handed pick. I recover, get the tackle, but man, that would have been crazy. We've taken some embarrassing losses so far this season, with a few of those being at home. Losing against 2-5 Colorado is just not an option. But with our offense being so stagnant, so dead, so unreliable, unproductive, I know if I want to be the face of this school, the face of this program, I got to step up and make the plays. But one thing about me, I'm always going to make a play when we need it the most. I give this quarterback the look, thinking I'm going to play this receiver going towards the sideline, but little did he know I'm locked in on my guy. I come downhill, get this one-handed pick, and down the numbers I go for a pick 6 to take us home with the dub. That pick 6 took the life out of the Colorado fans. The stadium was dead silent from then on. We stepped up as a defense, did our thing. Offense didn't produce much, but it was enough to get the job done. Taking another loss at home this season is just not an option, but that mindset is going to be put to the test against number 8 ranked 5-1 Washington. My ability to make tackles going from my freshman season to now has gotten noticeably better. This QB keeps the ball on the read option. I get my hips around, swivel my head, I get down and get a big time tackle. It's 3rd and 11. I got a feeling they're finna try to hit us up the field something deep, so I'm getting back in my zone, but instead they run this weird, poorly executed screen play that I damn near got close enough to pick off. Now this is what I like to see. Empty backfield, 4 receivers split wide and wearing man coverage. I'm gonna give this receiver so much cushion while I'm playing off man, get down, and of course I get the pick untouched. Add another pick 6 to my total on the season. One thing about having these flat zones, there's always some type of hole in the middle of the field. So instead of me just sitting here on top of the flats, I'm going to get over to the middle and it's going to result in a pick. Great execution, great zone play by myself. 5 tackles on the day, 1 for loss, 2 total picks, 1 was a pick 6. That's what happens when you play your zone, play your man. You do everything you can to give that bait or just be in the right place at the right time. I balled out. Kicking this one off against 1-7 Washington State on the road, and they run my way, and of course I'm gonna step in and make the big time tackle. We're playing way more man coverage this year and I love it. 2nd and 2, I'm playing off man per usual. I'm giving this receiver all the space in the world. The QB's taking his time, but he finally throws it. I secure the pick, taking it back to the crib for another pick 6. And I wasn't aware of this until now, but with that pick I secured the new NCAA all-time record for the most interceptions in a single season. And it's crazy. I think it's been a true test from our coaches, more specifically our defensive coordinator, putting us in man coverage against an extremely pass-heavy team, and we are showing up and we're balling out. And besides my pick 6, offense came in here on the road surprisingly and put up 3 touchdowns on the day. I love to see it. If they can do this consistently, we'll be dangerous. Nearly 10 tackles on the day, 2 for loss and a pick 6. I balled out per usual, and I think just about every single game so far this season I have at least 1 pick. We got Oregon this week, my dad's old school. At home, you know I gotta show out. 1st and 10, I get back in my zone. I secure my first pick of the game, and I take this one back, and the only thing in my mind, pick 6. I turned the jet zone to a whole nother level. And I think everybody on this team, coaches included, know how important this game is to me individually. I'm going to step up and do everything I can to ball. They're ranked number 7 in the country and they're 7-1. We have to step up. I told my guys we can't let up even in the slightest. I'm setting the tone all game. Big hits, interceptions, you name it. I'm doing it all. What I say about having these flat zones with one receiver, cover that hole in the middle of the field. I get in perfect position on 4th and 10, secure my second pick, and you know I'm taking it to the crib untouched for another pick 6. Last play of the game, we completely blew Oregon out the water, but I'm going to give this receiver a little bit of cushion, taking that risk, and it's going to pay off. Come down, get my 3rd pick of the game, untouched for a 90-yard pick 6. Anytime I play Oregon, I want to make a statement. Ball at the highest level possible, but not 1, not 2, but 3 pick 6s in a single game. That's how you ball. And if that ain't a statement, I don't know what is. Even though I've been dominating all of college football, to my surprise, I am currently 5th on the Heisman watch list, the only defensive player up here currently. Crazy to think, we were ranked at one point, got unranked, and now we're ranked number 9 in the country. Haven't lost a game in a few weeks. We're looking to keep that streak alive here against Stanford at the crib. 30 seconds left here in the half. I know for a fact they're going to try to make their way into the end zone, but I ain't letting nothing fly my way. 1st and 10, I get in position, get my first pick, and with some great blocks in my navigation through traffic, I'm taking this one to the crib for 6. It's been smooth sailing so far. Offense balling out, defense is playing well. Here on 1st and 10, I'm playing off-man coverage. I sit patiently, knowing the ball is coming my way because I'm giving him all the space in the world. I get back in position. Give me that, my 2nd pick of the game. With the way I've been balling this season, everyone has to be shocked and surprised. Even though I'm the son of a legend, I don't think no one would expect me to do what I'm doing right now. And I might be able to do something my dad never did, actually win a Heisman Trophy. A rematch of the Pac-12 championship game. We spanked UCLA last season. We're looking to do the same this year. And midway through the 2nd quarter, I secured my 1st pick of the game, got me and the guys hyped. The last play of the 1st half, they run the hurry up and we're in man coverage, so I already know what time it is. Play off man, bait up, get in position, come down, get the pick, all the way to the crib untouched. Pick 6 to give us an extended lead going into halftime. After 2 picks so far in this game, I know they're going to be hesitant to put the ball back in the air. So anytime they get in formation to run this ball, I'm coming down full speed and I'm gonna make the play when it presents itself. I'm named player of the game with 5 tackles and 2 major picks, but what's most important right now, for the 2nd year in a row, we are kings of the Pac-12. Boy, a lot has happened in the college football world. Over the last 3 weeks, multiple teams have taken losses, the number 3 and the number 4 ranked teams in the nation, and somehow we skyrocketed to number 2 and we will be competing for a national championship. We have an opportunity to knock off the number 1 team in the nation and take home a natty. I'm gonna do everything I can, lay it all on the line and try to get this dub. Not a lot of action has come my way throughout this 1st half so far, but I'm going to do everything I can to step up, even when my teammates slack, but they got to step it up as well. We need to make plays as a collective group. One thing about it, I know for a fact, I have to be the one to set the tone, and being down 11 points midway through the 2nd quarter, it's now or never. I get in position, bait up this route, get to the sideline, I pick off the 1st ball of the game. I get clapped after the catch, but it's worth it. Been a few weeks, but it seems like our offense is back to their old ways, not producing when we need them the most in the biggest game of the year, the biggest game in college football, period. Defensively, holding the number 1 team in the nation to 14 points, what more could you ask? 6 tackles, 2 for loss, and a nice pick in the loss in the national championship. Not gonna lie, it hurts, but to be here, even though we weren't supposed to, it feels great. And I know we'll be back next season, but we won't be on the losing end of the stick, I promise you that. Taking a look at my stats from my freshman and sophomore season is night and day. 8 pick 6s, I doubled the amount of picks, 70 tackles. Going into my junior season, as a team, national championship. But for myself individually, I want that Heisman Trophy.